Hi, friends. It's me, Christiana Gaudet. I am live on my Facebook business page. It's Saturday. That's kind of my favorite day of the week to do lives here because it's when I do your Saturday Psychic Sampler. So, what are the rules? The rules are specific questions only. You give me your specific question, I will give you a specific answer. That's how that works. So, before we get going, I do want to remind everyone that we have a YouTube class gathering thing. It's free, it's on Tuesday. Tuesday coming up, the 22nd, 7 p.m. It's called Tarot Presence, not like presence with a C, not a T. But we're going to talk about the different ways we use tarot for holidays. You know, there's different tarot spreads we can do, different tarot things we can do. And we will be talking about these holidays, but also all holidays. How do we use tarot throughout the year? So join us for that. And of course, don't forget to check out StarCon. You want to be there for StarCon. StarCon is a new annual tarot conference. The first one is coming up January 22nd through the 24th, and the first one is going to be online only. Ticket prices range, I am not kidding, $5 to $499. Somewhere in there, you can find a level of participation that works for you, that works for your budget, and that works for the time you have available. And the classes that whatever level of conference you've taken allows you to take a certain number of classes. And whatever classes you miss within that level or classes you want to see again, they're recorded. You have 30 days after the conference to be able to view and review those classes. So you want to come to StarCon. That's STAARCON, starcon.com. There's also a StarCon page here on Facebook and a StarCon 2021 group. So make sure you join us there. And we produce a weekly podcast where I interview different presenters for StarCon. And you know what it's called? It's called StarCast. STAARCAST. You can get that wherever you get your podcasts. You can also get it in video form on YouTube at StarCast on YouTube, STAARCAST. And while I got you over on YouTube, and I do want you to come to the free class Tuesday night, but I also want to mention that last time I checked, I was like 8 people away from 2,000 subscribers. So go there, Christiana Gaudet on YouTube. I do free live classes. All of the lives I do here are archived there too, so you can always catch up with me there. Christiana Gaudet on YouTube. Check me out there. All right. Hello, all of you. So nice to see you. Glad that you are here. So, Saturday Psychic Sampler. Here's how that works. You ask a specific question. I will give you a specific answer. The more specific, the better. I really don't want to answer, what does Spirit want me to know? I love those kinds of questions, but not on Saturday. On Saturday, I like specific questions, and I will do my best to give you specific answers. Okay, such as Deborah Hare has done. So nice to see you, Deborah. Trying to understand why my friendship with Jana is ending. Let's take a look and see what we see there. You know, it feels like maybe this has been a bit of a long-standing relationship, and so it's very hard to see that happen. And I have to say, I don't think it's your fault, Deb. I really feel like your friend is going through something. And, if there is a way you can be present, if there is a way you can be understanding, that's all good, because I feel like there's really something up with your friend that, like even in a mental health kind of a way. But on the other hand, you cannot put yourself in a position where, like, if you're feeling abused in the situation, well, you can't do that. You can't put yourself in that position. And so, you're in a very interesting position there. It is not your fault that it's ending. You haven't done anything wrong. And if you can hold space for this person because this person is going through something difficult, that's great. But you cannot put yourself in a bad position. So you have to have the right boundaries here. And if it's ending, it's ending. It's not your fault. There it is. I'm so sorry. All right. Let's see. Next question. Sayoni, what does my health look like? So this is a great teachable moment. There are a lot of readers who do not like to do health readings. Personally, I don't really have a problem with it, understanding that your doctor is your best source of health information. I'll tell you what I see. Obviously, I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose. I can't treat. I can't prescribe. But I can tell you what I see, and I can tell you what you might want to pay attention to. And so when I look at you, I do wonder if there is some reason you might want to be working with a doctor or a physical therapist or something of some nature. I feel like there is something here that might need to be fixed, if you will. And so I'm not worried about you in the long run, but I would like you, if you haven't had a physical recently, or if you have a particular complaint, go take it to a doctor, because I think there's something that could be done there. Okay. Uma Elizabeth. Lots of people are talking about 5D and ascension in this season. What does Spirit want me to know about this idea? There's so many sort of unprovable spiritual theories, right? And in many ways, it's everybody talking about the same thing, but using different language for it. And what comes up for you is ground yourself in what feels good. Ground yourself in the language that works for you. However, recognize that when spiritual people talk about things that have no, where you're not seeing grounding in our actions, what we're doing, how we live, what we do for one another, what shows up in the cards, and I personally have to agree with this, but it does show up in the cards today, that a lot of times spiritual people will talk about everything that's happening here, but not what's happening here, and not what we're doing here. And if you find a lot of that, that's not, I think, how you work. And I'm really thinking that's not really how any of us should work. And okay, so that was what was in the cards, but also my opinion, if that makes sense. Okay. Shelly Kaufman K. Trying to understand why I can't stop eating all night long. Oh my goodness gracious. Obviously, again, not a doctor, not a nutritionist. So, you might want to talk to someone about that. But what comes up in the cards, I think your mind is very active. I think you're processing a lot, whether you realize it or not. You're doing a lot up here. And so I think the eating is kind of going along with that. It might be helpful to journal, to meditate, to really think about what's going on up here. What are you learning? What are you processing intellectually, psychically, and emotionally? Jean Mnuchin, my question today is whether the clown peer group today will be attended and how will it go? I think some people will show up. I don't know how well attended it will be, but I think some people will show up. And I think you have to, I think, it's important to take leadership. If you have organized it, take leadership, facilitate. That's the important thing. Make sure you have some exercises or things for people to do to have conversation and kind of get it going. And make sure people participate, but don't let anyone unpleasant hijack it. That'd be my guess. Okay, Anita Lovett, so nice to see you. Why have I not been able to have a long relationship with a partner? All right. I feel like spiritually, Anita, in this lifetime, it has been more important for you to find your grounding, for you to express yourself, for you to not hide yourself in anyone else. And I'm still thinking that it could happen because you've been working on this and you've been doing really well. You have been working on your own grounding. You've been working on your own security. Those things that I think, were kind of the mission that you came to this life with. And so it still could happen. But I think the reason it hasn't happened just is that your mission in this lifetime has been to do you and not let anyone else get in the way of that. And when I say for you to do you, I really mean for you to do your art, and to share that with people. That's really what it's been about. And Zuri says, hi, just wanted to pop in and say hi. So nice to see you, Zuri. Okay, T Vanguard, this question is for Rusty. He's listening. Hello, Rusty. Nice to see you. He has a new opportunity to go to an acupuncturist for his taste issue, not COVID related. He wants to know how that will go. I feel like, and maybe I'm wrong, Rusty, but I'm like really proud of you for sort of being open to these new possibilities. Will it help? I think it's worth a try. And I would have to say, in for a penny, in for a pound. If you're going to do it, do a number of sessions, not just one, before you judge whether it has worked or not. And you may be a person who finds it a little weird and uncomfortable, but I would say go for it anyway. It can't hurt, and it really could help. I would say try 4 sessions before you make a decision. And good for you. I'm excited. Okay. Lisa Hahn Clay, nice to see you. Will I pull out of this funk I've been in lately? Not sure if it's my hormones coming into play or what. And I'm so sorry. And this is a funky time anyway. A lot of people find the holidays difficult. And, the holidays this year are weird, right? So there's all of that anyway. And that's part of it. But Lisa, there's more. Some of it may be hormonal, but I really think that in your life, there are real things going on that you need to pay attention to. There are real things going on where you, in some ways, are not getting what you need. On some emotional level or in some spiritual level, you are not getting what you need. And you need to figure out what that is, and you need to address that. So I think this is here for a real reason. And it is here to help you figure out how to get your needs addressed. Oh, thank you for that feedback, T. That's good. That's good. Missy Lynn, if my employer's, sorry, let me try that again. Excuse me. If my husband's employer sells out, will his job still be okay? Let's take a look. Yes. Yes, it will all be okay no matter what. What are the chances that this is indeed going to happen? I don't know, 50-50, unclear. But even if it happens, all will be well. Do not worry. Emmy Noble, just wanted to wish you a great weekend. Thanks for all you do. Thank you so much for your kindness. Okay, Nicole Evans Walker, what does 2021 look like for my family? Man, that borders on not being a specific question. Of course, this is the Saturday Psychic Sampler where we do specific questions, but hey, I'll take a stab at it. You know, and I'm looking specifically at you, Nicole, where I think as you are going into 2020, there are some things going on. I'm sorry, 2021. Let's not repeat 2020. Good God, no. 2021. Nicole, as you are going into it, are some things going on with you and around you and with your family that don't seem balanced, that don't seem fair. And so what I'm going to say, less of a prediction and more advice, that you really need to look at what you can do to bring greater balance to your life and greater balance to your life within your family. That seems to be the important thing going in. Okay, Neil, how does my business look in the near future? It's getting better. You have found a way to pivot and make it work. I'm feeling good about it, really. Okay, Aisha, health reading, please. Have a sudden issue with my eye. Okay, and obviously your doctor is your best source of health information, all of that. When we look at what's going on with your eye, I feel like going to the doctor, you will get answers and it will be taken care of. It looks like it may be a little bit of a long haul, that there may be some issues here, but in the long run, I think it will be fine. I really do. So just do what you got to do medically and all will be well. Zuri, how will my selfie live streaming go for my business in the coming months? The answer is up and down and unpredictable. Sometimes really good, sometimes not as good as you would like, but the key for you is going to be consistency. Do it consistently and it'll even out and be good. Sarah Cat McConaughey, where would my personal attention best be placed right now in regards to my entrepreneurial pursuits? And the answer is, it's a tough one. The answer is I'm going to use the same word I used for Zuri, consistency. Whatever you do, whatever content you're producing, whatever you're making happen, do it with consistency. That is what's going to help you build. That's really the way it shows up, consistency. Hey, TK, I joined a content writing group. Oh, how cool. A content writing job. How's it going to go? Very well. I'm excited for you. I think this will be a very positive thing. It's not your lifelong career, but for now, I think it's going to be great. I feel good about it. Lisa, Bruno, Mazzone, when I move to Arizona, how will I get my cats there? Well, I think they're going to have to travel however you're traveling and with you is really the thing. Just bring them with. If you're driving, bring them with. If you're flying, bring them with. You just have to bring them with. And talk to your vet. Your vet will help you sort of figure that out. Dee, nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a long time. There is someone that I feel really needs to apologize for something disrespectful that was said to me several months ago. Will they do so? And if not, how is the best way to handle this? We are forced to see each other regularly. Okay. You feel the need for this apology, and I understand that. But I feel like this person does not see it that way. And honestly, I feel like this person is stubborn and has some issues. So in this situation, based on what I see in the cards, you are probably right and they are probably wrong. But they have issues. I think you need to be the bigger person and just recognize that this person has a lot of issues, and their inability to see how they have offended you and to see how they need to apologize is really the least of their issues, if you look at what they got going on in their life. And so I would just be the bigger person. You may be forced to see this person. You can be pleasant, but I wouldn't go out of my way to interact with this person particularly. But also, don't take it personally, man, because this person got issues. That's how I see it. Linny Kalu, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. I've got a lot of big decisions to make soon and I'm scared. Can you tell me anything that will help guide those decisions? Recognize that you are appropriate to be in control of your life. Recognize that you have the experience, the knowledge, the ability, like there is no one better to control your life than you. Recognize that. And in that, I think you have to trust yourself. I think you have to be in control of your life. Sorry, I'm just trying to block someone here at the same time. Please excuse me. I'll come back to that in just one moment. We just have someone here who needs blocking. Okay, very good. So, I feel like you are scared because you are afraid that you are going to make the wrong decision. And I think you need to know that there is no one more qualified than you to make the right decision. Be spiritual, be creative, don't worry. You've got this. Trust yourself. That's the bottom line here. Misty Foster, nice to see you. I found a house a little farther out than I originally wanted, but I can buy it cash. Oh my. I want to know, is this my house? The distance issue, I don't feel like really is a problem. I think that you want to make sure it goes through inspection and make sure you know what you're getting into because it does have some issues. But if you can figure out what the issues are and you're okay with the issues, would this be a good house for you? There are ways it really might be. So it's a depends question, and the depends is based on inspection. How about that? Okay, Leisha, my friend. I wanted to ask a question. Will my employer give me a Christmas bonus? And the answer is, don't spend it before you have it. I think there will be a bonus, but I don't think it will be substantial. Tina Strayhorn, when will my roommates get caught up on their back rent? I would not be holding my breath. I think it's going to take some time. Okay. And I want to thank you all so much for your feedback. I don't always read it aloud in the interest of time, but I do see it and I do appreciate it. Thank you for that, Missy. Okay. Okay, so Missy, since your question was about your husband, if you have another question, go ahead and ask it. From my perspective, I have answered every question. So if you have not asked a question and you want to, go right ahead. Now is the time, or if I accidentally missed you, now is the time to ask your specific question as we end our Saturday Psychic Sampler for another week. And, I'm going to try to I'm trying to figure out what to do about my lives next week. Of course, I'm already scheduled for 9:30 a.m. Eastern time on Monday. Thursday, I'm not sure. Thursday and Friday, I am not sure. Saturday, I'll definitely be back one way or the other with your Saturday Psychic Sampler. So we'll see how it goes. It will depend on where I'm at dealing with my family. But the thing is, I work while you play. I am available throughout most of this weekend next week, and I will be very happy to do your reading. Perhaps you have time off and would like to do that. I also want to let you know I am running a special this weekend, today and tomorrow. If you do an hour-long reading with me today or tomorrow, I will give you a 15-minute gift certificate. that you can give to someone else as a gift or that you can keep for yourself the next time you need a spot check or a discount on your next reading. So reach out for a reading with me anytime over the holidays, but especially this weekend when I'm running a special. Okay, Missy. I'll do Missy, and I will do Mernalini, if I pronounce that correctly. Okay, Missy. You did a reading with my sister and said we needed to keep an eye on my niece. She's been, well, let's just say a pain in the butt. But is there anything we can do to help her get through all the trouble she's having? And the answer is keep good boundaries with her, but at the same time, be patient. Like the balance of patience and boundaries is what you need there. Okay. Marina Lini, will I get married in 2021? It's very possible, actually. That is very, very possible. And I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Shelly, my husband Doug is listening. Can he ask if there is a male father spirit around him? Yes, very much so. And tell him, well, actually, I can tell you myself because you're listening. I feel like, yes, around you, also a female sort of maternal spirit is with you as well, and they are trying to be helpful to you. Hey, Roxanne, I've been thinking about you recently. I hope you're doing well. This is probably why I've been thinking about you. You have a surgery coming up. Will it be approved by the insurance company? You may have to appeal and work with them, but ultimately, yes, it will. Yes, it will. Okay, friends, that's my time. I want to thank you all so very much for being here. Again, weekend special. Have an hour-long reading with me this weekend. And I will give you a 15-minute gift certificate that you can use for yourself or that you can give as a gift. You can use it for yourself for a later reading or give it as a gift. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Happy holidays to all, whatever you celebrate. And I am celebrating you. I appreciate you all. I'll be back Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time with your 3-card weekly reading. And remember that tomorrow, Sunday, on the StarCon page, STAARCON, you can find the Stargazer Sunday Meditation with Amy Mauser. Thank you all so much. I'll look forward to seeing you soon.